can review our cases for this month. So, board action items. Would someone make a motion to approve the December meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the December meeting minutes.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
You're what?
Abstaining.
Abstaining, okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in favor, 1 abstention. Committee assignments, we're gonna hold off until next month. We have to do board officer elections. There are 3 officers currently. Peter McCarthy's chair, Letitia Holmes is the vice chair, and Dana Natale is secretary. Who would like to make a motion to
I will.
nominate a chair?
Can we do them all together, or do we have to do them separately?
Sorry?
Can we do them all together, or do we have to do them separately?
There is no procedure for elections, so we can do them all together if we want. You want to make a
I
motion?
would like to make a motion that we keep the officers for 2020 that we had in 2019.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion is to keep the 3 people, Peter McCarthy, Letitia Holmes, and Dana Natale. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Can we vote? We vote. Okay, that was easy. I'd like to do one quick thing. You have a calendar in your folder. It does have the change to today's date. And it looks like June is not the first Thursday also. Other than that, it's pretty much first Thursdays up until December. So I would like to have a motion for the board to approve this calendar. So we are now responsible for making it to all these meetings. Would someone make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Cliff makes a motion, Hatisha seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Great. Term expiration, we have a couple of members whose terms have expired. We've gotten an opinion from the legal department that if your term has been expired, but you haven't been replaced or removed, you can still hold on to the position until the council gets around to taking that action. So normally we should be swearing people in again. But the interpretation we've got is, and we've done that in the past, I know, we just wanted to get an up-to-date interpretation of that. So we have no empty seats, except for the people that aren't here tonight. Okay, we'll stay in touch with the council. Administrators report.
As of the end of 2019, we had a total of 100 cases to come through the Citizens Review Board office for the year of 2019. That puts us right back up to what our normal record is. 2018 was one of our lower years with 83. Our highest year to date has been 2017 with 118 cases. So we still are getting a regular amount of cases. We will be reviewing 3 cases in the executive session for the board to vote on whether they will be going to a hearing or not going to a hearing. In terms of, we received 11 new cases in the month of December. As of today, since we're in 2020, we haven't received any 2020 cases, but the month is still fairly new. And we know that kind of happens. So we still expect to get that same number next year. So last year in January of 2019, we received 11 cases. So we expect it to still happen. We have a new legal secretary in our office, Roberto Arias, who has joined us yesterday in the office, and if he wanted to introduce himself, we'll give him this opportunity, but all the board members have had the opportunity to meet him so far that have come. So this is Roberto. He is our new
Welcome.
legal secretary. That is All the report that I have as of right now, you'll see the budget information is in your handout with regard to what bills have been paid, for the year of 2019. As of yet, we've put in processing payments for 2020. As you know, our budget year is 2019, 2020, so we're still processing out of that same budget. So you'll see the amount that is, left in each budget category.
Has any progress been made on the tent?
I spoke to, Brian Driscoll, who is the clerk for the council, well, the assistant to John Capanis, and he is working on the tent, and he has to still follow up with regard to that. I haven't heard anything with regard to the grant, as of yet either, so we're still working, to process that as well. We'd like to welcome Councilor Chol, as well, as he's the new public safety chair. So we will be reaching out to him, and he's aware of our upcoming meetings that we have, and we appreciate the fact that he came to our meeting. We also like to recognize Peggy Chase, from the County Ledge that is here. We appreciate her coming, and we also appreciate all the members of the public that are here. So thank you very much for taking the time out to come. And then I'll move on to
Wait, I have
committee.
a question. So Councilman Cho is replaced Steve Thompson?
Yes, yep. So whenever we have any meetings, with the government relations, with, and anything that we pretty much need, we'll be including, Councilor Chol in with the other members of the Public Safety Committee, that are the same ones that were the last time. So if you need to know who those are, then, I can remind you who those are. Those are Councilor Driscoll, Councilor Allen, and then Councilor Rudd.
Right.
Yeah, yes, so that makes the same ones that we have. And then I'll talk about our upcoming meeting in which the councilors are going to attend when we
Counselor,
go.
could you say your last name for us?
Majuk.
Majuk? I'm sorry.
Majuk.
Majuk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Majuk.
And Counselor Majuk has replaced Counselor Thompson on the council, and he's also been appointed Chair of the Public Safety Committee.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Happy to be here.
Okay, committee reports?
Okay, Community Outreach and Public Education Committee.
So we have a, presentation to the Eastwood TNT, which is gonna happen at Huntington School, coming up on January 27th. We have met throughout the 2019 calendar year with all of the TNTs and done a presentation about the CRB. I would point out that it's typically after the police department does their crime report and analysis, and typically the officer does stay to hear our presentation. So I just wanted to kind of point that out, that they do hear what I have to say to TNTs with regard to the CRB. And so we'll be having that, so please mark your calendars accordingly. If you are able to come, it would be great for you to come to that meeting.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. in the Huntington Middle School cafeteria.
Board Development and Training, we have our training day on March 21st. We have a couple speakers lined up for the day. Hatisha, can you check and see if your office room is available?
Yes.
Let us know. Other than that, I think we're all set for that day. Government Relations, we have just gotten a meeting scheduled for the 15th with the chief, with Sharon Owens from the mayor's office, and with members of the council. Usually have come to those, so it's a good chance for us to bring up what's going well, what progress have we made, and what progress haven't we made in terms of our relations with the police department.
So far, for attendance, Councilor Chol, Councilor Machuk will be here, sorry. Councilor Driscoll will be there, our attorney will be present, Corporation Counsel will be present at the time of that meeting as well. And so I'm not sure if Detective Rustin from SPD is going to be there, but he might be there for that meeting. And again, it's a follow-up to our December meeting to see what progress they've made. They've made some changes in internal affairs. So therefore, we're gonna see if if they anticipate some progress on there and that they can provide us with an update. The chief and I will meet shortly before that meeting. We meet once a month already, and we meet we'll meet shortly before that meeting and kind of do our regular monthly thing, but it kind of fits right before we go over for the government relations meeting, so it's actually kind of good timing. With regard to police relations, I'm trying to schedule the next police liaison committee meeting with the board. As of right now, I have not received a response from the people that were on the police liaison committee last year to schedule a new meeting. As you know, we meet once a quarter. And so we typically meet the middle of the month. So the first quarter is January through March. So we typically meet in February. So I'm looking to try to schedule that. We did miss the December meeting. And so that needed to be rescheduled. So I kind of threw it out there. If they wanted to meet to replace the December's meeting, then we would. And that's where we are with regard to that. That's about it.
Okay, any new business from anybody on the board? Okay, let's go to another chance for public comment. Would any member of the public like to say anything at this point?
I would just like to encourage the public that if you have an event in your area that you would like the CRB to come and make a presentation to, a community group, your church, things of that nature, a youth group or anything of that nature, we will be willing to come. Just contact the office at 448-8750. Okay, 448-8750. Feel free to call and let me know what date that is, and we will put it on our outreach calendar. But again, it's important to us to continue to get the word out there and do as many presentations as possible about the organization itself, and to answer any questions that people may have with regard to their interaction with the police. Yes?
What's the ideal lead time for you guys to know with regard to the outreach?
At least give me about 2 weeks, just to make sure, but nothing real major. But 2 weeks would be sufficient, and then I'll have enough outreach materials and things of that nature in order to do that.
Okay, if there's no other business, I'll take a motion to go to executive session. Would someone make that motion?
I'll make that motion to go to executive session.
Okay, in order to discuss cases, so we can do that in private. A second from someone? Keisha, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we will adjourn to executive session. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Roberta.
Sorry
Thanks
about
for
the
your
delay.
patience.
Thank you for waiting.
So why were you interested?
I recently moved.